It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. This is how to play Your Song by Elton John. We're in the key of D in this version. You'll just want to stick a capo first fret if you want to keep it in the key of the Elton John version and play along with him. But this is the best way to do it on guitar. And we have plenty of open chords, but we have some bar chords, but these are options. We can do this whole song without any bar chords. There'll be some new shapes perhaps for some of you, but you can play this song without any bar chords, and I'm going to be showing you each of those options. We're going to be covering that intro in full, so a detailed look at the picking, strumming patterns, and then a full play along of the entire song towards the end of this video. Hope you're looking forward to checking this one out. Let's have a close-up on the chords first of all. So the first chord in this song is the standard D major chord with fingers 1, 2 and 3 and an optional thumb hitting the thickest string, or we can just have the thumb a little bit further back and just make sure we only strum the thinnest 4 strings, not the thickest 2 unless stated, and we'll be covering that in a second. The next chord would be a G, optional G major 7, which is played like this, and then the little melody I did was like that. It's a little bit funny. Or you can just play the standard G chord as is written in the chord sheet that I'm following, that you can also follow. It is linked to in the description. Next chord, a standard A major chord, which we'd be playing like this, 1, 2, 3, or any other version of an A chord that you prefer, like this or like this is totally fine. I would encourage you to play an F major 7 like this, especially for those people that don't like playing bar chords. So this is our F major bar chord, like an F chord moved up by 1 fret. If we put that first finger just on the 2nd fret and hold down the thickest string with our thumb, or just mute it again, fingers 2, 3 and 4 in the place they normally would be, we can let that thinnest string ring out or not strum it, entirely to taste. So that would be this feeling inside. Okay? Next one, tricky one, B minor. So this is the B minor bar chord. Standard way of playing it with a bar at the 2nd fret. Remember to keep your elbow in if you're struggling with any of these bars. Got to keep that elbow in. What you can do though is be a little bit more on the tip of the first finger and let the other strings ring out so we're not actually barring. Maybe harder for some people, but will be easier for others. And a very easy option is just to go for fingers 1, 2 and 3 on strings 1, 3 and 5, all at the 2nd fret. And then when we have this B minor slash A, we're just going to let that first finger go. I'm not one of those who can. That will do us totally fine. Or, I'm not one of those who can. Or, I'm not one of those who can. So you've got those 3 options. 1, 2, and without barring. The next chord, we're going to swap our fingers that we were on. If you were on the bar chord a second ago, we're going to put our first finger where the middle one was, and then fingers 2, 3 and 4 all at the 4th fret to play a B minor slash A flat. So this is a B minor chord with the middle finger just here. Finally, you could go to a standard G major chord, but I think it sounds great if we just move that middle finger down by one. And we're there. And it's exactly these kind of chords that we teach in my new intermediate course, which is now released as a digital download from the Andy Guitar website and also on the new Andy Guitar app. This is exactly the type of song that is appropriate for that level, for people that need to work on this stuff, bit of fine tuning, but yeah, that takes us up to the first two lines in this song. So let's just go from the third line. We have the D chord, A chord, F sharp minor again, whichever your preference is of that, to B minor. Again, the F sharp chord we could do without a bar, and the B minor would be fine like this. Entirely up to you. You stick with the option that works for you. I'd Buy a Big House is a D, E minor or E minor 7 with the third finger here. Either is totally fine. Remember, seventh chords are always an option, especially when we're just doing a simple strumming version of a song. Then we have G, A major to finish off that first verse. The second verse is the same chords, but it would finish on a D major. So they're all the chords in this song, and the trickier ones are definitely the F sharp major and the B minor. I've given you a few options in this song. The strumming pattern would really just be down, down, up, down, up. We can vary that slightly. It's very common that strumming patterns, especially when we're playing and singing, we vary them slightly, but everything is along the theme and the rhythm of this feeling inside. Okay, we can add I didn't add the extra up there because a lot of people find it much harder to do the chord changes. If we go down, down, up, down, and no last up strum, it's a lot easier chord changes for you to make these trickier ones. If you want to add down, down, up, down, up, and that extra up happens for you naturally at the end, that's fantastic. You just want to make sure you're lifting off of each chord literally on that last up, or you won't make those chord changes. So just a recap of verse 1 with these chord changes. Notice we've got to do that last up strum just after we've lift off. Make sure you lift off early to make the chord on beat, on the beat that we need to get to that next chord to. We have the A major chord to start off, and you can tell everybody, okay, to B minor. However you're doing a B minor, this way would be fine, or this way. E minor, this is your song, is G. A, maybe B minor, E minor, then a G. And now the wonderful chorus section, the end of the chorus anyway. I hope you don't mind. B minor. This is a repetition of what we did in the verse. So B minor slash A, which means we've got the open A ringing out, so we've taken our first finger off there. Switching them round for the B minor slash A flat. That's an A note, that's a flat. Hope that I put down in words. I'm liking this last way to play the G chord. Essentially, it's like a G major 7. There's a G major, and hang on, where did we go? There's a G major 7. Or we could just play a standard G, but I'm really encouraging, especially from this chord, it's easier just to move that middle finger back. End of the chorus. How wonderful life is while you're in the world. And there we have the bulk of the song. I'll be teaching this picking towards the end of the video. I'll be sure to put a timestamp in the description or on screen now so we can get there. But let's just have a strumming version together throughout, at least to that, but I think we should go through the whole song. Let's make sure we can get the strumming down before we focus on the picking, which frankly only lasts about 4 or 5 seconds. Play along with me. Pause, rewind if you need to. For the intro, it is just the chords D major, G major, A major, and then back to G. So let's go from that intro now. And we can use the strumming, down, down, up, down, which will match the picking rhythm as well. It'd be exactly the same. So from that intro, we'll play nice and slow. Just stay one strum per chord if you need to start off with, or on the beat, but then add down, down, up, down, as and when you can. From the top, from the D major, join in with me in 1, 2, 3, 4. G, A, and G. Verse. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. B minor second line. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. Finishing on the A chord that time, in verse 2 to the D. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. Chorus. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done. B minor. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words. How wonderful life is for you're in the world. Like the intro again. G, A, and G. From verse. I sat on the roof, kicked off the moss with a few of the verses. Well, they've got me quite cross, but the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you there, keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting these things I do see. I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, those are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. Chorus. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. Let's leave it there just for now. There were a couple of little extra bits I was adding in there, obviously. The little melody on the G. That is a move that I teach very much in my Rudiments for Fingerstyle series, which if you Google it, that is for free on YouTube. What else was I doing? I did this little up strum in the chorus. So, now that it's done. It's quite an advanced thing to make that work because it does cross over a lot of different principles that we look at. But I just wanted to add it because it was something I would add to give a little bit of emphasis. We also got louder in the chorus and quieter in the verses. Let's have a look at the picked intro now, which you can pick a lot more of this song, but it will be with the same principles that we look at in the intro now. Okay, so that was a D chord. This second is a G over a D chord, and it's using a triad shape, which is another thing that we look at in my intermediate course. This kind of thing. And that was from the D, string 3, 2, 1, 2. Kind of the opposite. We go strum 2, 3, 1, 2. A chord with a little hammer on, so A sus2, hammer on the third finger. That would be string 3, string 1, then string 2. This is a G chord, but I'm just playing the thicker 2 strings of it. You could play it like this, but just there's no need for a third finger there. And as long as the rhythm's right, doesn't always matter which strings you pick, you want to be aiming for that, but if you accidentally pick another one, so long as the rhythm's right, you're always playing the notes of the chord anyway, so it will always work. Thank you so much for checking out this video. It's been a real pleasure to do. As I say, this video has been in promotion of my new intermediate course available at andyguitar.co.uk. I'll leave some links on the screen now and in the description. Thank you for the support. Please check out more of my videos.